here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you once more again with another episode of my worthless 2 cents table talk. Well, your approval is not needed. That's right, it ain't needed. It ain't needed. And look here, the boy's back once more again. Sure enough is eyes back up in here again. And look here, I got me old Simba basketball legs. I'm gonna say it one more time. I got me old Simba basketball legs. Sure do. He's up in the house tonight. He might dribble. I think he's old fisherman too. Ooh, I don't know what he does, but guess what? Whatever he does it well. Sure enough, he do. Look at him. Old country boy, he ain't gonna hold you. He ain't gonna say much more.
What's going on, country boy?
I'm old Rock 44. I had to go to it because I knew it was gonna be lit up in here. Sure did. Look here. I'm finna sit on back. I'm gonna close my old trapper. Got my old towel. So if I start talking, I'm gonna start biting on that thing because it might get good. Might just start biting on it. Y'all look here. This fella right here. Y'all know I don't do no, I say this all the time for every show. I don't do no introduction. But I'll tell you this. This fella right here, man, I admire this young man. I really do. I admire him. Man, he's done some things that have touched my heart. Truly. Because he's done it from the heart. And I told him before the show, oh, country boy ain't gonna even get all emotional. He's just gonna shut on up over here. But y'all know I'm gonna have to get back in the country. I ain't gonna get emotional. But look here, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is a fine man. Fine man. He is. He's done some wonderful things. He's doing some wonderful things. He's a wonderful husband, wonderful father. He's a community leader. He's out there serving and protecting each and every one of us. So for what you do, I will say I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate the man that you are, the leader that you are. It ain't about the words, baby. You walking the walk. He walking the walk. So, no country boy finna do this. Sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, Donte, put something in their ear. Do your thing.
What's good, country boy? Always good hearing from you, brother.
Hey.
One country boy to another, man. I love it. Well, introduction, like you say, you hit it kind of on the head right there. Donte, for most of y'all that don't know me, been in law enforcement for like 9 years now. 41 years old, got 3 kids. I have a senior, who's about to walk that stage. Got a 10-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son. Very involved in the community as well, sports wise. Got a beautiful wife. Been married for 14 years. Like you said, man, I'm in the community. I've been coaching Little League, and you see it. It's all about the youth. He's on me about my team already. You know, he talked bad about me, but it's all good. We'll be back. I'm sure he's gonna mention that later on in the show. You know, but like I said, I've been doing this, man, this law enforcement thing for 9 years now. It's been nice to me. I am a hunter. I do fish. I'm a fisherman. I fish tournaments. I am an athlete, a former athlete. I better say that because I'm gonna hear that flack later on. You know, I played all sports. Baseball, basketball, football, you name it, I played it, you know. So can't miss me on the sports, man. And I have a big family. Country boy know that as well. But my mom is she's like everything to me. She's the stone. She's the center stone. So she molded us, man. I got 2 sisters and a brother, and they are, my family is everything to me, man. We talk every day. We joke, we talk serious. I mean, any kind of issues we have, I mean, you know, family's there for you. And like I say, community-wise, my job now with the sheriff department, juvenile detective, investigator, whatever you want to call it. I work in the schools now, so I love dealing with kids. You know, trying to shed light on them as I do my own kids. So it's easy for me to translate with the kids, you know, because I deal with it at home. And I also deal with it in the streets. So it's easy for me to come off the streets and come home and be like, hey, you know. So I mean, I didn't plan on this growing up. I wasn't one of the kids growing up saying, "Hey, I want to be a police when I grow up." It kind of just fell on me. And dealing with kids, like I say, that's my passion. So it all worked out for me, and we here, and now I had the privilege to be on here with Country Boy. So I hope he treat me right, man. You've been doing some good things. I've been seeing you, brother.
Hey, well, I appreciate it, man. I give God all the glory. I get.
Yeah,
Look, you know what? I'm gonna go on and give me one of them jerseys this year. I'm gonna
I
work.
think you I think you might be a secret fan, Country Boy. I don't know.
You might.
I don't
No,
know, man.
no,
I don't
I
know.
ain't no you fan.
Uh,
That ain't even happening.
hey, man.
That ain't happening.
Hey,
Man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so honored that you accepted the invitation to come here. Man, I have watched you, and I have so much respect for you and what you do. Um, I know that nothing about life is easy. But the things and what you do and how you carry yourself. Um, that's in and out of the uniform. How you carry
yeah,
yourself as a man. You know, for me, it has been an inspiration personally. I'll tell you that. And I'll tell you on the show, off the show, whatever. I'll tell you out
yeah,
those in those. But I speak from my heart about it. How you have carried yourself, how you raise your family, your kids. Oh man, I see you out there. You be running around. You be running around fast, and your boy out there. I said, look at him, boy. He just gone. He just.
Hey, man. Hey, that's one thing about my kids, man. They keep me on the go, man, as well as their aunties and uncles. Everybody's supporting the other kids. And I like that. And like you say, you one of the few that knew me before I got in the uniform. So that was one of my main things when I first came on to the force was don't change who I was. Don't not for the badge, not for nobody. Just bring what
Right.
I got to to my job. And nothing changed, man. Still the same person. I mean, I may have changed a little things once I got, but you know. But as far as what kind of person I am, you know me.
Right.
I'm always willing to help out or trying. That's who I am. That's how I was raised. Country boy. Grew up on this farm, right up the street. You know where I'm from. And that's what we do. Trying to help, trying to serve, and now
And you're
protect.
doing a fine job. And you're doing it, man. You're doing it. And as I said, this is for me. The foundation of this show is not about people who talk the talk. It's about people who are walking the walk. It's my opportunity to, in my own little way or whatever you may call it, is to let the world know. Because guess what? This thing here, 20, 30, 150 years from now, people going to be able to see old Donte on there. They be like, that fella right there, he's inspired. Uh, but, that's
Man,
what it's about. It's about people who are actually walking it. Man, like you said, you didn't grow up going like, you know what? I think I want to be a policeman. But you had all the things
no,
instilled in you, So look at you.
you never know what he got in store for you
Right.
or why he's putting you in these positions until you actually get there, and it's like, oh, okay. Now you realize, like, man, I probably should have tried to do this from the beginning. Well, I'll be closer to retirement too, but so it's uh it's my passion. Like I say, I started off on the streets, beach patrol, and all that stuff, and still made my way to dealing with kids.
Right.
And it's just my thing is trying to just with the way the world is today, just trying to be that light. Just to trying to show the kids like it's a different way other than the ways that they see on TV or out in their neighborhoods. The environment that they're growing up in. It's tough on them, and it's so easy to adapt to your environment. And just showing them it's more ways to do stuff, and it's more opportunities out there than drugs, the violence,
Right.
gangs, which that'd be the first thing that try to get to kids is the drugs and the gang members and just people in the street trying to lure them to them,
Right. Right.
just steering them away from the light. But sometimes it's tough to see some of the stuff I see out there. And you try to come home, you got to turn it off and be a family man again. And so it's sometimes you come home and it's as soon as you walk through the door, it's hey daddy, and it's click, it's off.
Right.
Because you gotta show this kind of love and this affection. Then walk out the door, you kiss everybody, hi, I love y'all, see y'all, without letting them know what you about to walk into, hoping that I do see y'all when later on today.
Right. Wow.
Got to separate that job from being a family guy, So that's why I try to be involved with them as much as I can, because like you say, it's a crazy world. You never know what happens in my line of work anyway.
Yeah, and I just, as you sitting here talking about that, man, I can just imagine. Wow, to go out and deal with some of the stuff you're dealing with, and it's out there in the world. You see these things firsthand, and then you come home and there's your babies, and you can just say like, "Thank you, God," because for the simple fact, what does it say? There by grace.
Hey, one thing that I do, and I try to train my kids to do, and they do a pretty good job because I got it posted on refrigerators. Psalms 91 every morning. Teach them to pray every morning. Like, hey, don't pray and ask. Just be thankful. If you don't say anything, if you forget, just hey, thank you for waking me up. Just just teaching them. Just hey, look, it's you ain't doing this on your own.
Right.
There's grace and there's a lot of mercy involved. It's just to see the stuff that, and even in the schools, the stuff that I see. A lot of us at home, especially us dads, we see stuff with our kids and we be like, man, I wish they'd straighten that up. I wish this and that. And we stay on them, and then we go out and we see what's really out there. It's really bad, and it's like a slap in the face. Like you won't have nothing compared to what's going on here. Then you come home and be like, yeah, I'm thankful.
Right.
So I mean, it's one big emotional roller coaster, but I'm here for it, man. It's fun. I enjoy what I do. So.
I use Bill Ford tough, or it's fellowship tough.
I got some family members watching this, so you better say Mitchell Hill tough. You better say Mitchell Hill tough. That's fellowship too, but Mitchell Hill born and raised. So it's right there,
Hey, but and it's when you say that, for me, you think back of the things you go through as a kid and how certain things are just instilled in you. You know how you you think now like, oh, they was molding me. They was molding me. They was molding me.
So many times,
that's a blessing, man. That is a blessing. That a lot of people sometimes miss. And with you and how with dealing with kids, some of them have missed it. They've missed it because they haven't had that, Sorry to say this. No, I ain't. It's my show. I say what I want to say. But there has been a gap where a lot of the kids fell through that thing. For whatever it may be, for whatever reason. But I truly believe this, that if we don't teach them, the streets will. And now don't be mad at the streets when they start teaching, because we had the opportunity.
Definitely, man. And the streets are hungry. They are going to eat up everything they can out there.
Yeah.
And now, not even the streets. Like, man, I'm telling you, and the hallways are getting terrible. It's just like I say, it's the environment. A lot of kids don't come from like good environments, and they get to the school and that's all they know, and they bring that mentality to the hallways. And you think about it, our kids are spending more times there than when they get home. And some of them, most of them, go straight to their room and shut off.
Right.
If they don't have something else to do. Like I told you a couple hours ago, I was called out to something. Like, I mean, it's just situations like that you deal with. Parents try. Some parents don't know how to reach the kid, and that's we're here for that too. So, I mean, I was just blessed to grow up with a big family that, back then we was huffing and puffing and thought we was getting treated wrong. I done went back several times to my mom and said, hey, you know what? I know I was mad at you for this, but now I get it.
Yeah.
It's been times where I done rode around in my car by myself and cried like, man, that's what she was trying to get me to see. Because I see it with my kids now, So,
Right.
and I ain't too big enough not to say, hey, I was wrong, you was right. I know she might smile at that, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah.
But you got to be tested, Donte. This thing, this life, it's tested. You have to be tested in order to get wherever you're going. That's how I feel about it. There's some things you're going to go through that's going to test you.
Yeah.
But it's if you have that, I call it a solid foundation, man. If you have a solid foundation, man, you have something to fall back on. You have the root of that tree that you can go back to. The root that you can be like,
Yeah.
oh, and guess what? Even if you're wrong, that root gonna be like, come on over here, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when a lot of people don't have
That's
it,
what it is.
Man, you can't give love if you don't know how to love yourself first. If you ain't loving you,
First.
you can't pass it out there. You can't do it. How
Yeah.
can you pour from an empty cup? Ooh, did I say that? I did.
Church. Hey, look. Hey, and you said a lot right there, man. If you can't love yourself and you struggling with loving yourself, then you cannot pour it out and give it to nobody else. And again, I'm gonna keep going back to this. We come from love, and I was raised in the country where love meant everything. If it was waking up early in the morning and going out there with my grandmother, my grandpa picking peas and stuff, like they was teaching me then, like this is what we're gonna do, and it's gonna pay off later on. I'm teaching you this because I love you.
Right.
When now I don't have big fields now, but it translated to different things. Like I got to grind, I got to work, I got to take care of my kids. And they set you up like that. And by no means necessary we are financially like millionaires, nothing like that. But I had to get to a spot to where I stopped chasing that kind of stuff like that and just
Mm,
admire what's around you.
yeah.
Just the family is everything, and that stuff will come. Like we was talking earlier. Once you get in that place, stuff just falls in line
That's it.
when you where you're supposed to be. And everybody's trying to get there. We can always keep learning. Um, but yeah, you're right. Love is if you don't have love, then it's gonna be hard to get a lot of things.
Yeah, man. Cause look here, I know folks out there, and and I don't blame, but I just hear them old words. Everybody want to be chasing the bag, Cause guess what? Used to play them old games. Them old. What's that old Pac-Man thing? You keep chasing, it's gonna keep running. You keep chasing, it's gonna keep running. See, what I have learned in this life is you ain't gotta chase it, just line up, and you can walk straight to it.
Straight to
You
it.
ain't got to be over here running over here. Ooh, I got to go get this. See, because what you said is so true as well. When you're running all over the place, you're missing right where you're at. Because that's some good
Yep.
stuff right where you're at. Ooh, man,
Great
in
stuff.
the moment, that's some good
And
stuff.
I'm still growing. I'm still learning. 3 or 4 years ago, I might have been complaining. Hey, man, every weekend I'm running behind my son. Heck of an athlete. I'm not gonna do nothing to kill his dreams. So if he want to do it, I'm behind him because it's positive. And you complain, and now he's adding more to the list, by the way. And he'll be eighth grader, and now it's dawning on me like, man, he's class of 2027. Like that's around the corner.
Right, right.
Then he's gonna be gone. That's even closer. Like, okay, I better start, enjoying this. My daughter's 10. You know how his dads get when they start getting to the age where these phone calls start coming in at 15 and 16. Like, hey, let's start laying this foundation
That's
right
it.
now. Like, hey,
Right.
we got to establish this. Anyway, yeah, but just spending time, man, like I say, sharing each other's time, love, that's important now. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to have the bag, but you know, it's not the most important thing, but it's necessary. It's
Right,
necessary.
right. Oh, most definitely. What I found out though? A lot of people be chasing the bag, and when they catch it, ain't nothing in it.
Well, you're not happy. You know that number that that thing people say, man, how is this person a millionaire and he's killing himself, or how are they on drugs, or I think those are the people that chase the bag and lost focus of what's really important. And once you got the bag, you still wasn't happy, because what really makes you happy, you skipped over to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get there, but I want to make sure when I get there, I have everything in line. You know, and I'm taking everybody with me too. You know that though. You already know
that. I'm getting on the boat, buddy. I'm getting on the boat. You ain't going fishing without me. I'm telling you that now. I'm getting on.
Yeah. Speaking of, you need to get on that boat with me sometime anyway. But we'll go back to that another time.
I will. I mean, I'm gonna get on there, but I'm just gonna sit in the back. You know, I'll captain that thing. I sit there and just be like, can you? There's fish over there. You know. Now I ain't cleaning them either. I'm at the point of life. Look, I'm like one of them grandpas. I ain't cleaning them. Now you catch them and just bring them on over here and call me when they're done.
Yeah. I get the grease hot for you. I've heard that so many times. Man.
Oh, be calling me talking about I got some fish. They cook. I got hot sauce.
Oh man. Hey man.
Come clean some fish. Country boy ain't doing that one.
Come on now, you can't have that country boy name now.
I can. It's mine.
Oh, you brother.
No fish.
Oh man.
Hey, look here. I ain't picking no greens either, but I sure eat them out the pot.
True.
What they say? I done served my time. I done done it.
You done did yours. Now it's time for you to sit back and relax. Let somebody else do it for you. Yeah.
Bring my hot sauce. Let me know
That's what we're trying to get to, man. That's what we're trying to get to.
Oh
man, this what you got in that cup, man? I see that cup, man. I be wondering, is it different flavors from Sonic?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna start support. You know, this Sonic. I go to Sonic. It's my Route 44. You know, I gone on over there because it be cheap. It be like less than $2. What else you gonna get less than $2 this big, nerd? You can't even get a bottle of water this big for less than $2. Now y'all make sure y'all go with happy hour, because you go before happy hour, they're gonna get you. It's probably $12 before happy hour. They see me coming every day.
Man.
I don't think they charging me for nothing but the cup. I'm gonna start seeing if I can just take mine back. Can you fill it up?
Hey, see what happened. You may be on to something.
I got my own cup.
Oh,
you ain't even got to put no ice in it. I get some ice from where. But man, you know, I like I said, man, everything that you're doing, Donte, it is wonderful. Walking that walk, man. Man, and watching your kids grow and being there for them. Man, what an experience. What a time. And what you said, man, because guess what? They're gonna be gone. Up and gone. Yeah. You know, and it's a lot of times. I've had this experience with my oldest, man. I said, yeah, you know, the one thing about this old boy now, I learned how to be transparent. You know, it is what it is. I made terrible mistakes. I was the bag chaser with my oldest. You know, my oldest is now about to be 30. I was a bag chaser. I thought it was more important to have these things and out there working and not spending the time and taking that. Missed a lot.
Yeah.
Missed a lot. You know, the what they say, the best lesson is about lesson. Boy, that sucker, that cost.
Man, cost. Hey, yeah. My daughter, 18, just turned 18. She's the one about to graduate, and been there since day one. Watched her grow, and just like that, I turn around. She's ready to walk the stage. Now, me and her, we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but she's a wonderful kid, man, and she's gonna be great doing whatever she want to do. She's gonna go to college and do her thing, but she kind of laid the blueprint she don't know it, of the mistakes I made with her.
Right.
And she got a younger sister coming up behind her, so now I know how to approach this a little different. You know what I'm saying? How I missed it here, I can fix it here.
Right.
But they get on me about my boy. I'm hard on him, but equally spoiling. But it's a reason. He's the only boy, and I tell him, hey man, and his to their defense, it's tough being my kid because of what I see, and I don't want to see them do or go through what I see out in the streets. So it's they may get a little bit tough for me, but I love them just as hard. So it's not just pounding them. I spoil them. Now the little one, she got grab match. I think her, and I go back. I get on her. Hey, you can't do this. Then I go back 5 minutes later. Hey, did you understand what I was saying? Can you give me a hug? Can you give me a kiss? You know, Daddy love you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The others will come get on me. That's your baby. She don't do nothing wrong. I said no, she don't. She don't. Hey, it is what it is. There's no secret now. Hey, that's my baby.
Right.
But
right.
I try to do what I can, man. I know you've seen some of the pictures where I take them on dates and stuff like that. That's some of my funnest memories, man. Like when I took my little one on her first date, and she, I took her to, I think it might have been Chili's at the time. No, it was Applebee's, one of the two, and we sit down, we talk, and I let her order, and wouldn't you know, she ordered shrimp and steak, and I'm like, she kind of slid that Keto meal menu back to me with the crayon, like, Dad, I want some shrimp and steak. They didn't even look at the menu. I said, well, hey, okay, you get what you want tonight. It's you. Stuff like that. Fishing trips with Dalen. He enjoys fishing just as much as me. So when he has to play a tournament, he's like, man, I really wouldn't mind going fish this tournament with you, Daddy. But so, and that's one thing. Sacrifice, man. I love fishing. I fish tournaments. I love it. I haven't fished a tournament in almost a year now because all the tournaments fall on his baseball or football or basketball tournaments. And for some reason, I can't. I don't want to miss him. I know he's older, but I just don't want to miss him. And that's how I was raised, man. My dad coached me in Little League. He did some great things, man. Some great memories. I met a lot of people through sports like that. And it teaches you a lot, It helps you grow up and kind of makes you responsible, just that's what I think sports did for me. And I think it's doing it for him a little bit, that and, me. But I think it's good to get them involved in everything you can. And if you're a parent, whether you're a single parent or you got a household, a full household, I think you should make time to do stuff with them. So the streets won't do it for them,
right?
So to speak. That's one thing with my daughters. Even though I know the older they get, I try to do it for them, so it won't be brand new to them when they get older.
Man, that's
what I'm saying. And growing up as a kid, I thought I had everything I ever wanted. It's different than the times it are now. You gave me a bicycle and a starter jacket back then. I had the best Christmas ever. You know what I'm saying? And the bike lasted me 3 years because if it broke, we had to fix it ourselves.
Right.
And now it's a little different. My kids probably had 20 bikes in they 10 years. Our fault. When I say our, I mean our. Our
fault.
Yeah, our fault. Cell phones. We may have gotten cell phones a little bit too early in life. But that's neither here nor there. I think these days we need to be more involved with our kids because of what's out there, the dangers, the click of a button on the phone. You can see Lord knows what. People smart now. They can lure you. Hey, come outside. I got this. It's crazy things that you hear about that you think that would never happen in Simmonsboro, Louisiana. And then it happens, and now you're that victim. So it's tough. It's a bad thing to think about. but it's life now. Like you say, I stay prayed up and just try to keep them in line. And another thing, I always respect people. That's my biggest thing. Treat people how you want to be treated. I can't say that I hate nobody, but I'm a big fan of once I know who you are,
Right.
I know how to approach you, and I'm not gonna be mean to you, but I know how and what to expect from you. And I'm trying to teach them that they come home especially my oldest, she getting out in the world, and everybody's my friend. Like that's my friend. Well, what's the last name? Oh, I don't know. Let's be careful with that. Kids, it's just got to be careful. Just try to teach them as much as you can before they go out there and get swallowed up. And then you try to. It's better to teach them than try to go out there and save them.
Right.
So,
That's true.
and I'm trying not to keep talking about kids, man. But that's my life. My kids.
Hey, it's Donte show. You talk about whatever you want to.
Well,
what they gonna do? Fire you? They gonna fire you? They gonna fire you?
And I have plenty of kids, man. Like I say, I work in the school. I've coached Little League for years, and I have guys come up to me now saying, "Hey, coach," and I'm in uniform. And they're like, "He call you coach?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's who I am to him, coach." I have parents come see me at the schools. "What's up, coach?" And teachers looking at me like, "Coach." Hey, I'm not big on name calling. As long as you don't call me out of a name, you can call me coach, or deputy, or popo, whatever you want to call. I got a little buddy, man. A little elementary kid. He swears that's my name. I never told him nothing different because when he see me, he lights up. "Hey, popo." "Hey, what's going on, buddy?" Why get offended to that, man? As a kid, and I'm building relationships with law enforcement and kids, man. That's everybody that wear the badge is not bad, and that's the message that we want to drive through, man. I got a good department. The guys up there, I got a great sheriff, man. He and this is not a promotion, but he's a good guy, man. Been knowing him before he was a sheriff, so it's nothing changed. He didn't change who he was, and he looks out for us, man. He lets us go out and be us, and that's the biggest thing. And you can let me be me. We're gonna be good.
Hey, that's it, man. And, I'll say this, man, in talking about being a sheriff and being on the force, and anything in life, the one thing I've learned is this: the platform doesn't prepare you; it exposes you. And if you got some ugliness in you, all the platform gonna do is just highlight the ugliness. It's not going to. And when people understand that, like, man, where you was that before you got there, you just couldn't see it because it was hid, not a light zone. And when I say that about you, and how you talk about the sheriff, the light is just on you. So what you're seeing is what was already there.
Yeah,
it was already there, and that's the blessing. And I think that it's a wonderful thing that you are, and we need more of it. Building relationships with the kids, building relationships with the family. Look, man, everybody that what you just said, everybody that wear a uniform ain't bad. No. And guess what? Everybody that's in the pulpit ain't good.
Well, and I was gonna come back with everybody that wear a badge ain't good either. But hey, since you went there with
it's what I'm saying. So we have to stop going, well, everybody. No, you can't lump everybody. What you can do is the people that this is who I ran across. This one that I ran across was like this. Oh, but this one over here was a whole different. And we just want to lump everybody together. It's not like that. It's not like that.
And that's one of the issues, the toughest issues of today. And I'm not going to touch too much on this. The pulpit, what you just said, I was blessed, man. When I tell you blessed, that I got a pastor, man, that I haven't seen nothing like him, and I've been there for years, and I have went off to college and come back and did some other stuff, then been out of state and come back, and not one time he didn't try to tell me, hey, it's okay, but he also didn't bash me. Right. And treated me like I was his own, and still till today, just call and check. Hey, how you doing, bro? I love you, son. Those kind of guys, and I've been blessed to have those kind of guys in my life, man. My dad, who he just passed on September 3rd. He's been in my life since I was 2. My mom married, my biological, pops. He's been here, you know what I'm saying? He moved off and now he moved back. He come back to get some of this country boy in him, So so hey, and man, like I was blessed enough to my mom, she's a Mitchell maiden, and we have a huge family. My dad's family, pops, he my aunties, man, he's in a family full of women, So and they, what kind of love they got over there, man. It's unconditional, no matter what. So I was blessed to have both sides of the family just love me unconditionally, growing up from knee high all the way up. And I think it just that's what made me into the person I am, how I care for people. And sometimes that was once a downfall. You could care too much and
Right.
come back to bite you. But I don't know no other way. I have people telling me though, once you get on that bad side and piss me off, that's the side you don't want to see. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe that's a side nobody wants to see, but I mean, it's there, But and you can't do this job without that side. Yeah, you can't do
we
this
all
job
have
without that
that.
side.
There's that level, but that's what keeps us.
Yeah.
You don't want to go this far that way. Um,
No,
and
no,
it's a life living thing. We walk through this thing and yeah, no, everybody we meet ain't gonna be nice, and there gonna be some of them people they
and
out there. Lord,
I'm fine
Lord,
with
no. And next time I run across some of them that's out there, I'm gonna call you. Can you give me the handcuffs? Because I'm gonna just.
Hey man, well you said something on one of your previous shows, man. It just sticks with me, like peace. Like there's nothing like it, man. And I've been stressful. Like I have some stressful situations. I've been worried about this and worried about that, and just once you get that peace, it's like it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Peace in your time. You just can't get time back. I heard you say that, mention that once before. Like it's just a lot, man. We could talk about, but just it's in me, and it's nothing gonna change that. There's nobody gonna change that. And I was fortunate enough to get a life partner here who's kind of the same way in most aspects. Well, I'm a big fan of not a fan, but I'm a believer of you can't have two people that's just alike. That's
Right.
gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm down, she's that. She's that half that. Hey, where she may miss it, I may be like, hey, well, you look at it this way. So and it ain't all been peaches and cream. That 14 years all together, maybe what 20,
Wow.
14 years married. You learn how to fight through stuff, man.
Right. Right.
Uh, and sometimes, kids played a big role in that. Hey, if not for us, for the kids. Because I told you, I grew up and I was well taken care of. My dad, he did I mean, if they had issues, him and my mom, we never knew about it. That's what kind of household we grew up in. And I try to mirror that.
Right.
So, but I always said once I do it, man, I'm gonna try my best to make it the only time I do it. Just because of previous, experiences with growing up in that kind of household where you divorce and this and that, and so far, and I'm going. I'm gonna continue to do it. I better watch what I say. I don't want you to see a frying pan fly over here.
Here's that thing. People always look for somebody to this, that, and the other. I always say all you have to do is find the person that compliments you, not completes you, but they compliment you. Like peanut butter compliments jelly. What you mean, country boy? Peanut butter is peanut butter by itself. Jelly is jelly by itself. But boy, you put them two things together. Ooh, you got
never felt never tasted anything better.
That is.
Now one of them tastes okay, and the other one tastes okay, but you put them together.
That's it. It's complete by itself. I hear folks in I can't even say nothing, Lord. I got some, whew, ooh, I got some EXs. But
Hey, man.
hey,
We just being real though.
hey,
We being real, right? Hey, look, I always said, man, I was
but
taught.
it took time. It took
Yeah.
time to understand and to learn that you're not looking for somebody that completes you. Well, look at him. If you ain't complete, that means you got a hole in you. What am I supposed to do? Fill your hole? If I fill your hole, then I'm gonna be a hole. Wait a minute. Now I'm walking around here looking like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
But
Hey, my mom.
you just
My
complete.
mom, man.
You complement each other.
But that's what I was saying. My mom, she she's a minister also. They always talk about back then, and it stuck with me. Like you hear people saying, "You bring 50%, I bring 50%. We're gonna make 100%." Like no, you're missing it. Like you bring 100%, I'm gonna bring 100%. Let's do it. Let's bring all of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do that. But and people's gone by that. I'm gonna bring my 50, you bring your 50. But how you doing?
Ain't no
Is my
no
time?
fry pan.
Is my time up? She must have heard me say something about her, man. But like I say, man, we've battled through everything, man, together. Even with the kids, we've learned, disagreements. Hey, man, it's not best. I'm not trying to throw marriage nuggets in here, but it's not good to talk something out when you're angry at each other. I'm gonna tell you that because you're gonna say some stuff that you can't get back.
Right.
Okay, so like I teach the kids, I can teach the adults too. Hey, it's probably best to go calm down, go to your quiet place, or whatnot. Then come back, talk about it, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going. We'll be here for 3 hours, man. So I'm gonna end it right there on that part. Yeah.
Hey, man, look, you got 14 years. You counsel anybody you want to.
Hey, 14 wonderful, happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have 14 wonderful, beautiful years that you have been with the love of your life, the one that made you into because you was just a crumb, and she made you into a beautiful cake. You right, Danny.
Hey, look, hey, country boy. I don't know if you our 10-year anniversary. I don't know if you saw that surprise wedding I put on for her, man.
Yes.
That was one of the biggest. Like that was a highlight for me, man. I know it's for her, but just to be able to do that.
Now, how'd you pull off something? Because you know what? I know it's one or two folks on here that's trying to do something special. Y'all listen, this man done pulled off a whole surprise wedding.
How I pulled it off?
How'd you pull it off?
Well, to this day, I don't know, but I had to pick two people that I had to tell. That I knew some of her friends and her sister. So a bridesmaid, and her sister. I told them, and there was some people I wanted to tell that I knew I couldn't. Like, I hope her mother's not watching, but some people I couldn't tell because I knew they was gonna mess up and say something. And I had like maybe 6 months.
Wow.
So we didn't get married. We didn't have a big wedding and whatnot. So I knew that's something she probably deserved. She wanted it, and I kind of wanted it. And planned. I got lucky on the dress size and all that stuff. The first time she tried it on was the day of the wedding.
Oh, so. You picked the dress too?
Yeah.
Oh,
so hey man, it's crazy, man. A lot you guys couldn't see. I know it's 4 years ago, but it's the proposal, all that stuff took place in one day. Hotel, everything laid out, limousine picked you up. It was fun, man. It was a long day. It was exciting. It was emotional. Just her dad come in from out of town, surprise her at the door at the church. It was beautiful, man. But let me tell you, country boy, I'm coming up on 15 years next year. and she said, "I got to do something."
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Woo, buddy. Yeah.
No. But no, it
I think
was stressful. It
that
was
they
stressful,
written
man.
them things now. Them things, the thing that people sit in and go up out of space, because that's about gonna be the only way there, buddy.
Hey, it was fun though. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was fun. I had a couple of guys. Like the closer you get, you got to tell people that's gonna be in it.
Right.
So I try to cut it to like a month to get tuxes and all the dresses and stuff. And just to show you, she also graduated that next month. Like, well, in May, she graduated from Grambling. Told her dad probably a month before the wedding, like, hey, you coming in town. She don't know it, yada, yada, yada. And when you know it didn't take him but 2 weeks, then he called and said, now what time am I supposed to be down there? Call her, not me. Luckily, she was graduating. She's like, Dad, my graduation in 2 months. What you talking about? And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. And he thought about it like, oh my God, I almost blew it. So, man, it was kind of stressful, man. I heard that, and I had a guy in the kitchen asking me about his tux in front of her. And she's like, what, a tux for what? And I'm like, for what? You know, I'm asking him, yeah, tux for what? What you get us out of this one? You know, so it was fun, man. It was fun.
Man,
it was
wow.
fun, man.
That is amazing, man. I didn't look. I didn't even know you went through all of that. Wow, that is, man, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is wow. That is above and beyond, buddy. You just sorry for all us folks. Now you just
hey man, still
you might as well just go to sleep, because can't nobody. Donte did it.
No, wait, but at the end of the day, man, what was more like, my kids got to witness all that, and they had no idea either.
Oh wow!
So for them to be part of the wedding, they looking around like, wow, like this all for mama, you know. I'm like, yeah. I'm looking at my girls like, yeah, like I'm looking at my son like, hey, you see this? You see how much I love your mama, boy? you know, you know, like this is what it's all about. It's not, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend. Y'all gonna go through that, whatnot. But hey, just understand, I love your mama. Your mama love me, and hey, that's all you need to know. But so it's just all. It turned out well, man. You know, it was good. You know, but you know, I might go to Dairy Queen for our 15, get some ice cream, call it a day. You know.
Man, I can't say you, but
man,
I love you, but I can't say you. Go there if you want to. If you want to,
can you tell when she entered the room? You know, you see how the conversation shifted a little bit. I'm trying to get my little brownie points in there. Like, hey, remember this? Remember that wedding, girl?
Oh man, hey, but you know that is amazing, because you know what your girls saw.
Yeah.
What your girls saw, the level of what you have up. Look at him. Look here, boy. You gonna do what? You gonna take me what? Look here. Let me tell you what my daddy did for my mama. Hold up. You talking about what? Let me tell you the story about my daddy and my mama. He did a whole surprise wedding. So I don't know why you come over here talking about you want to go what? No. But that's amazing, because you again walking it. You again being that man for them, for your kids. You know, you being that husband. I mean, man, that's doing it. That is doing it. That is what this is all about. You living, what they always say, living my best life. That's you living your best life.
Yeah.
That's, you know, you ain't got to worry about chasing the bag, buddy. You got it. And it's full.
That's my big bag, man. You see 3 little heads poking out?
Yeah.
That's my big bag. If she got one side, I got the other. Man. That's the bag we chase every day, man. That's crazy, but that's what it is. You know?
Man.
Like I say, she's a great mom, man. I know it's about me right now, but like when I say I got a country girl who can cook, man, I'm telling you, I'm not even trying to get brownie points now, but we be places, you know. I go to my mom's, or we go to her family, and we got a cookout or whatnot. And she'd just pop out of all her, people. She'd pop out with a plate and come bring it to me first before anything. And they'd be like, "What?" I'd be like, "Yeah." But my mom taught her that, I think. But nonetheless, man, hey, she is great. Kids don't have to worry about nothing. I mean, she's great. Hey, baby. Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, like I say, she's a big help me, man. A big help me. These kids, man, they don't have to worry about nothing. They don't realize what mom and daddy go through to make sure they have, and I'm okay with that. As long as they can do the same for somebody else.
Right.
One of the biggest things with my kids also is like kindness. Remember who you're representing when you leave this house. And they're kids, and I know that's a phrase everybody use. Hey, they just kids, but respect. I'm teaching my son when he talk to people. Hey, look him in his eyes, shake his hand. Somebody compliments you, say thank you, yes. And sometimes people now, especially when you go to the big cities, it's like, why you say sir so much? Well, we country. We gonna say yes sir, no ma'am. I
Right.
said to kids, hey, yes sir, no ma'am. But we country, and they don't like that a lot. They're like, stop calling me sir. Well, so I teach them like yes, no, not yeah, no, or nodding your head. Like respect people, man. It goes a long way. You know, and I got big family. Like I say, if something happens to me tomorrow, I want to know that hey, I can count on you to be mannerable, respectful. Uh, and I just that's one of my biggest things, man. Just I don't want to look up and see my kid being disrespectful to where I'd be like, nah, I didn't. That ain't nothing like me. And I've been blessed to not have that. My girls, my son, we could pass by somebody walking and dad, let's see if he wants something to eat. I like that. That tears me up right here. Like man, you know, even when I'm not thinking it, they're like, daddy, maybe they need something to drink. Hey, let's stop and see if he needs. I can't pass by nobody holding a sign. Dalen is going in his wallet. Let me get my doubt. So
Wow. Wow.
I might need to take him on one of them trips with me. To the grocery store.
What
That probably.
hey, man, I tell you, that's I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'll tell you this little story a few years ago, and I had no idea. I had went to California for a funeral, and I ended up going to San Francisco. We went down to San Francisco. Um, man, prior to that, you complain about different things and this, that, and the other. And man, while I was out there, while I was sitting out there, I was sitting in the place where they uh, had filmed that movie with Will Smith where he was homeless
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
with his son. And I was sitting where they had filmed that thing at. And if I tell you, Dante, there was like a line of people. There were people all on the street, like living. And I'm talking about a line. And from that moment right there, it did something to me because I'm sitting talking about my feet or my shoes. And I hear these people standing in line just to get something to eat, or hopefully they have enough space for them to sleep. And I looked at myself and I said, how ungrateful. Not nobody else. How ungrateful. How ungrateful. And
yeah,
man, I'm
man.
telling you that that image is here. And I'm
Yeah.
learning, and every day I learn to be grateful. Because guess what, man? Man, it ain't promised.
Nope. As I preached to him, man, I preached to him. I said, the same kids you see walking up and down here and this and that, these people probably once was us, living and have no worries. Like you just never know. Like something may have happened. I've seen people on the streets that were living great. You just never know, man.
Right.
Just thankful that you have a sound mind, that you're able to, you know, think reasonably, and you got somewhere to stay, and that you're able to be a blessing, man. That's now if I ever get caught chasing a bag, that would be the reason why. because I enjoy helping,
Right.
and she's the same way. She would give her last, you know. It kind of, you got that foundation like you was talking. Like I know if something goes bad, I ain't got somebody to fall back on, but I just enjoy seeing other people happy. That makes sense. That does it for me. And hopefully my kids pick up on that and they do the same thing. And of
Right.
course, our job is to make sure that they're more successful than we are. I
Right.
mean, that's just what I want. So they'll have more to do it with. So,
Hey,
um,
you
and we're gonna
yours.
get back in the grocery stores, man. Hey, I
That's
may
it.
pull up to one of y'all at your local gas station and say, "Scoot over, let me get that for you." I'm gonna get back to that, man. I used to enjoy that. I got away from it. Distractions, some good distractions, some bad, but I mean that makes me feel good.
Right.
I would like to get back to a place to where that is taking place and get my kids incorporated in it. So
Hey man, I am so grateful, man. I'm grateful for you sharing. I'm gonna sit back here. I'm gonna grab my old fun Sonic cup. I'm gonna shut my mouth, and I'm gonna give you this moment, however long you want, to say whatever's on your heart. Share whatever it is you want to share. You want to talk about whatever, you do it. If you got somebody if you want to come out and watch you go fishing, tell them where you're fishing at. If you want to come support your kid, whatever. You just this the Donte moment. So look
hey
here.
man, hey, be careful with that support your kid thing because I'm always doing fundraisers for this boy. But no, hey, like you said, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I thank you for having me on your show, brother. One country boy to another, man. I know your heart. We talked before the show. Plenty of times you sent a message, whether it was via messenger, like, "Hey, man, I'm just thinking about you. Love you, brother. Been watching what you're doing, man." At some points, that's that's what everybody needs. Uh, I would just encourage others to just be that guy, be that person to help somebody in need. If you don't think they need it, just do it. You never know what people are going through. And that's the biggest thing. And like I said, I'm for the kids. See a kid in need, help them. Uh, One thing I don't like is we kids go through things. You never know where they come from. You see a kid acting up, being bad. Don't just write them off like, "Oh, that's knucklehead, bad thug, whatnot." Go say hi. It may change your life. You never know. You just never know, man. Kids. I seen kids come to school just to eat. You don't know where they're coming from. Seen kids come to school with holes in their shoes, and the reason they're upset because they didn't get any sleep last night. I mean, you just never know. I don't want to judge a book by its cover. I want to get to know you. I want to put something in you. I want you to learn something to be a better person if I can. And then at the same time, we can learn from others. It's not always about giving. You can receive. I've never learned everything. I've never learned enough. Rather, I'm willing to learn every day. I'm doing it in my marriage, doing it with my kids, doing it at my job. Uh, and fortunately, it's part of my job to be very, very observant. So I observe a lot, and I think we can sometimes just be quiet and listen and watch. Sometimes you just got to be an ear. Just be kind. I know. I said, man, there's no way I can get on here and talk for more than 20 minutes. And look here, you know. And the first thing my wife said was, "How in the world are you gonna get on there? You don't say nothing to nobody." And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know." But like you say, one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, it's the spirit. You start talking about things, and hopefully, I've shed light on something for one person tonight. Just be kind, man. Be kind. Uh, like you say, don't chase the bag and forget about everything that's around you. Pay attention to your surroundings. Love what you got.
Yes.
Everything on the other side ain't always, bright as it seems. So again, man, that's my spotlight, man. I'm just bored, man. I can get you on the water and come fish with me. I can take you back there. We can go shoot some deer, or whatever you want to do, country boy.
Yeah, because I know them things. They just walk out down there. I know where you live. They just we walk across the street like, hello, how you doing? How y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Man,
it's a pleasure, man.
Brother. I do, man. And to y'all that's y'all that's watching, that's listening in, man, y'all go. Like I tell you about anybody come on this show, man. Y'all go and follow them, support them, share their stuff. Support them. Donte's out there in the community, and he's working for the sheriff's department. He's out there. Man, y'all can go out there and help as well. You can go out there and lend a hand. You can go out there and do something. His son's playing baseball. Y'all go out there and be cheerleaders. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Y'all can do all that. He's got fundraisers. He is helping our children. Not just raising his, but he's helping our children. So y'all go support him. Go lift him up and encourage him. Because guess what? He's protecting each and every one of us. He has to leave his family each and every day to go out and protect us. Man. So let's just, let's continue to pray for him and lift him up. Man, I thank you. I thank you so much. Old country boy, I greatly appreciate you. You and the you coming up on here. Yeah. Old country boy, so enjoyed it, man.
I enjoyed it, brother.
Hey, man, I thank you. To each and every one of y'all, don't y'all think I got somebody coming tomorrow night. I'll be sitting back here tomorrow night. Yeah, okay. Look, you be out there fishing for fish. I'll be fishing for fish. Come on.
Hey, man.
Make your fish your man. Come on. But
hey, everybody fishes for something, man.
That's it. That part. I thank you for coming and feeding us, man. There's a scripture that I love. It says, Jesus asked Peter, do you love me? He said, yeah, I love you. Feed my sheep. And I thank you for coming tonight, Donte, to feed the sheep. I thank you for coming to feed us. Old country boy ate well. That's what I'll be talking about when I be talking about eating. Old country boy ate well because you delivered the food onto the table.
Hey, man. Hey, we ate well together, man.
Y'all
well together. hey, remember, man. Hey, we love to eat down here in this country, bro. I'm telling you, we love to eat. We eat well. We eat well. Hey, look, if I don't leave y'all with nothing, man, just find somebody tomorrow. If you're watching this, find somebody tomorrow you hadn't talked to and say something kind to them. Lift somebody up next to you, man. Just try to be positive and watch what it do to you. Watch what it do to you.
I'm glad you said that because I forgot. I tried to start this little thing. I don't know if it's working. I call it Wellness Wednesday. And Wellness Wednesday to me is just reaching out to somebody. Random. It don't even matter. But it's just a wellness check. It's a wellness. When I say wellness, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. You just checking. Hey, just checking on you. Because guess what? You could be the last one. Or you could be the only one. To be able to just reach out to somebody and say, hey, you ain't even got to message me back. You ain't got to text me back. You ain't even got to call if you don't answer the phone. I just call them, just say, hey, I was thinking about you. Wellness Wednesday. We're going to make this thing really happen. Wellness Wednesday.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Look here. Thank you, Donte. Look here. Man, like the old country boy say, man, look here. I love each and every one of y'all unconditionally. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a good one now. You hear? There go that you. There go that you. Boy, he just had to get that thing up there.